What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. I am Shakira. Well, let's. I don't know if you can even see it. Hold on, let me switch to my charts view there. I'll to zoom that. Just realized I'm in the wrong space. Let's go back to the. Come over here. Oops. It's all the trades I took yesterday, or ever, I should say. Let's take that off. Okay, that's better. All right, so I don't know about you, but this tiny, tiny daily candle does not encourage me to take any trades today. We're obviously very bullish, so longs are where my head's at. Let's see if we have any news coming in. All right, so there's some news at 8:30. Nothing for 10, so we're good to go for the rest of the day. And then we have core CPI tomorrow. Well, let's let's first, all right, we're still noting the volume imbalance down here. And I'm going to duplicate this guy and put the previous day high up here as an area of interest. I don't know that they're going to retrace this entire candle, at least not today. They might continue to go sideways of foolishness. And then tomorrow with the news, they might dip into it a little bit and then continue on up. So honestly, we're just going to have to wait. Let's zoom in on the 4-hour here. So we're back into this area of choppiness. So it's not weird that they're kind of like pausing in the general space. Let's zoom in a little more on the 4-hour specifically. So the 4-hour has just been a slow grind down into this bigger fair value gap, but we're holding. Honestly, we're not really sitting inside of anything exciting. Maybe this bearish fair value gap over here. Let's repurpose this guy. Come here. Let's repurpose this guy. Let's see how much we're sitting inside of that one. So I don't like to, if it's been reused like too many times, you know, it's gonna break. And when it breaks, that's when you want to get in on that action. But we're still enjoying this 4-hour fair value gap that we haven't busted above. So once we do, should be smooth sailing into this next stage of daily fair value gaps there. Yeah, so I'm not going to bother with this one. We've dropped below it. We've closed a 4-hour body below it. I'm going to see if there's anything in the existing vicinity. So we'll be focused on like what PD arrays are being respected, you know? So on the 1-hour, we've got this bearish fair value gap that they respected. They stayed below it and kept dropping. And then we have this bullish one. We're kind of between a rock and a hard place, aren't we? You know, if we're being honest, let's duplicate this guy. Because once we bust below this, which is possible after yesterday's desire to not continue higher, then there's plenty of juice down here for them to recover this entire fair value gap down here. So let me change the color of that. So right now we are between a rock and a hard place. So once we bust above either of these, then maybe I'll be interested in something. But for now, there's nothing to do. And I feel bad for London. London got nothing. I guess the folks who scalp on the seconds chart probably got more out of this, but we are holding. We are in a holding pattern. So for now, I'm not interested in anything today. My overall bias is bullish, but if we continue with this lovely sideways action and we don't sweep, so for longs, like I would need them to sweep all of this out and then return back up with a nice wick like we see here. And then I'll be interested in longs. But shorts, no joke. If they drop below here, come back, respect the midpoint, and then continue dropping, then I would take the short. For now, though, I'm neutral because and let's dip back up to the daily candle to make this point. We've been running up very aggressively, so it's not strange for them to want to sit and have kind of like a no trade kind of day. So it might be a no trade kind of day for me. But I've laid out what I think I would be interested in. And if I see any of those, then I'll take a small trade, but it's all about how how the first 15 to 30 minutes of open shakes out. Be safe, be good. Shakira out.